تخلص. بنطلب من الله مش من العباد. تخلص، ما ضلش فينا حيل يا عالم، ما ضل فينا حيل والله، ما ضل فينا حيل. بعيد الله والله خلصنا، والله ما ضل فينا حيل ولا ضل قادرين نتحمل اي شيء. ما ضل ايش فينا حيل، ايش نعمل؟ لمين نشكي يا عالم؟ لمين نشكي؟ حالنا صعب والله، حالنا صعب.
بناكل اكله في اليوم على الدكيه، اكله واحده اللي بناكلها في اليوم. يعني لو ما الدكيه كان بنموت من الجوع. اقول لك انا صرت افكر يعني اطلع لو فيش اكل اروح اشرب من البحر عشان اصبر حالي. وحياة ربنا بحكي جد معاه، اكل اشرب ميه وملح. اقول لك قسما بالله مرات بننام من دون اكل.
ايش عبسه؟
All right, Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, as always, I would like to give all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakaha, Quadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing his truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And as always, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And as you've seen right there in the video, okay, a famine, which is a food shortage, lead to Palestinians on the Gaza Strip desperate to eat crowd around volunteers distributing meals in Gaza. Okay. And the result of the small hats, the 1948ers, the Jewish people in the land of Israel, bombing the Palestinians, killing them, forcing them to relocate, and basically kicking them out, you know, pretty much into the wilderness, has led to it's led to, a lot of Palestinians having to flee their war-torn cities. It's led to them having to go out into the wilderness just to, just to get away from all the turmoil, the bombings, and, people getting put to death, children getting kidnapped, whole families getting kidnapped, being taken as POWs, And for the most part, a lot of these Palestinians that have escaped from these war-torn areas, namely in Palestine, fled out into the wilderness, not so far out into the wilderness to where, they have nothing, but, pretty much to the outer skirts of their own city, which is not really theirs, but, and of course, I'm not defending the Palestinians, if anything, fuck them, okay? Because those Palestinians, which are the Ishmaelites for the most part, they've had a hand in putting us Israelites in slavery. Like it tells you in the Bible, Ishmael's not innocent, they pretty much helped forward the agenda for us to go into captivity. So, but we report on these things to show you the evil which the Edomites, which is the self-proclaimed white man, starting with the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, trickling down to the rest of their nation, the people, to show you all the evil, which they are doing. To show you all their evil, which they are doing, to the world. To show you that these devils, they're not innocent like how they're proclaiming the world to be. I mean, like how they're proclaiming to the world to be, Let's come over here. Let's do this. As a matter of fact, since the Spirit is on me, let's go to the blueletterbible.org. Okay. Yeah, Blue Letter Bible, BLB. Okay. Okay. Okay, and let's type in Proverbs 29 verse 2. And let's read this in the NLT, because we obviously know what it says in the KJV version. Let's read this in the NLT. And it's too bad the Blue Letter Bible doesn't have a GNT translation. It would be cool if it did, but, well, you can't always have everything you want, So, this is Proverbs 29 and 2 in the NLT. Okay. It says, when the godly are in authority, and the godly is another name for the righteous. Now, when you read Habakkuk 2 verse 4, right, it tells you that the Edomites, which is the self-proclaimed white man, Habakkuk 2 and 4 tells you that he don't have a righteous backbone in his body. Okay. He have no righteous backbone in his body. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him. Okay. So the soul in these Edomites are not upright in them. That's why the world is filled with chaos, bloodshed, murder, RAPE, lies, deceit, kidnappings, robberies, pillages, because the wicked is in rulership. If the godly had rule and control over the whole face of the earth, there would be peace on the planet right now. But the godly, which are the Israelites, which starts with the elect of the nation of Israel, they're not in rulership. Okay, the wicked is ruling right now. And what's the proof of that? Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. And if not, where and who is he? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who are the wicked? Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them what? The border of wickedness. Edom is the border of wickedness. Who is Esau? Genesis 36 and 1. Now, these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Okay, so this is the wicked that have rule and control over the whole face of the earth. So when the godly are in authority, the people rejoice. Is the world in a state of rejoicing? No. Hell, even in the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter, it tells you that the cedar trees are going to rejoice when the wicked is taken down out of rulership. So are the cedar trees rejoicing? Hell nah. In the matter of fact, the whole earth is crying out to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. The bees, the birds, the marine life, the beasts of the earth, okay, the creatures of the earth, they're all crying out to the Lord. Lord, when is this going to end? Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, when is this going to end? Okay? So it says, but when the wicked are in power, they groan. Okay? Now that was in the NLT. Let's check this out in a different one, a different verse. So let's check this out in the New International Version, and let's see what it says. Proverbs 29:2 in the NIV. When the righteous thrive, the people rejoice. When the wicked rule, the people groan. Okay. A much similar translation. Okay, let's check this out in the, let's see. They don't have a GNT. Okay, so, if we go back to the KJV, okay. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Now, they're saying that the food shortage down there is leading Palestinians to want to eat the crowd around them. Cannibalism. And that just goes to show you that dying of starvation is no joke. You got guys out there who takes the prophecy of famine lightly. Look, man, a famine is nothing to be taken lightly. And a matter of fact, let's go to Lamentations. The book of Lamentations, and I believe, is it the 4th or is it the 5th chapter? I believe it's the 4th chapter. No, it's the 5th chapter. Let's go to chapter 5, verse 10. And I'm going to read it in different versions of the Bible too, such as the NLT and the NIV. Okay. Lamentations. Let me see. Okay, we got our bread with the danger of our lives because of the sword of the wilderness. Okay, let me see. I'm looking for it right now. Okay, so let's go to the previous. Maybe it is Lamentations, the 4th chapter. Okay, so this is Lamentation 4:9. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. So it'd be better for you to get, it'd be better for someone to get stabbed to death by a sword or a blade than to die of hunger. Okay. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. You see that? So, because when you die of a famine, your stomach starts to eat its insides, and it's excruciatingly painful. What is that cat doing down there? Goodness gracious. But anyways, Anyways, as I was saying, okay, you know, when somebody dies of starvation, it could take anywhere from up to, 2 weeks. It could take up to 3 weeks, which is almost a whole month, just for somebody to die of starvation. Because what your body does as a last resort is that, when it hasn't had any food, your brain starts to, it starts to shift, When you haven't had any food in your body after a certain period of time, you become more aggressive. You become more isolated. You don't want to talk to people, and then, your animalistic instincts kick in. And at that point, anything starts to taste good, even human flesh. So that's why, when we read the book of Ezekiel, it speaks about cannibalism. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 10. Then I'll close it out. Okay. Okay. Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 10. And this is what it says. Therefore, the fathers shall eat the sons in the midst of thee, and the sons shall eat their fathers. That's cannibalism. You know what else I think of when I hear of cannibalism? Zombies. Because do not zombies feed on human flesh? Okay, so, therefore the fathers shall eat the sons in the midst of thee, and the sons shall eat their fathers. Why? Because of the lack of bread, because of the lack of food. And I will execute judgments in thee, and the whole remnant of thee will I scatter into all the winds. Okay, so cannibalism is coming back, because according to biblical prophecy, there is going to be a famine. Okay, there's going to be a famine, a food shortage. Okay, there's going to be a famine or a food shortage. So what I want to do is, let's do this. Okay. Let's read Lamentations 4:9 in the NLT. Okay. Let's see what it says. Lamentation chapter 4, verse 9 in the NLT. Those killed by the sword are better off than those who die of hunger. Starving, they waste away for lack of food from the fields. Whew. That's a fire translation. Okay. Now this is in the NIV. Check this out. Okay, Lamentation 4 verse 9 in the NIV. Those killed by the sword are better off than those who die of famine. Racked with hunger, they waste away for lack of food from the field. So yeah, when you waste away, that's your stomach eating your insides out. Which leads to what? Desperation. It can lead to panic, confusion, aggression. That's why, like it tells you in Isaiah 65, the Lord said what? The Lord said that his servants shall eat. But the ones of you Israelites, which will make up the 2/3 here in America, who did not seek the Lord while he may be found, you know, pretty much you didn't want to get right with the Lord. You know, when that time comes, you know, you're going to be judged by famine because you did not do what the Lord said. It also mentions that in Isaiah 65, okay? You shall be hungry, right? You shall be hungry, but the Lord's servant shall eat. The Lord's servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty, you see? So let's read Matthew 24, verse 7 in the NIV. We already know what it says in the KJV version. But for those who are new, for their sake, I will also read it in the KJV version. Matthew 24, verse 7. Okay. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. Let's read this in the NLT. Okay. Okay. Matthew 24, verse 7 in the NLT. Nation will go to war against nation. You see that? And kingdom against kingdom. And there will be famines and earthquakes in many parts of the world. You see? But they left out the pestilence. Because there's also going to be pestilences in many parts of the world. But all this is only the first of the birth pains, with more to come. So, you know, when we see these things, know that it's only the beginning of the birth pains. Okay. Now let's read this in the KJV. Matthew 24, verse 7 in the King James Version. Okay. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay, so the last scripture I would like to get is let's go to 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 5. Okay, 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 5. Behold, save the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. What? Famine, death, and destruction. So, not you. Get out of here. Okay. You know. So pretty much with that, I'm going to say shalom. You know, famine is coming to America. So on to the next one.